Okay, hey everyone, this is one of the most fun and scary, heartwarming kind of stories ever. It's called Big Al by Andrew Clements. One of my friends, Mrs. Scown, really loves this story, and she helped me find it one day. In the wide blue sea, there was a very friendly fish named Big Al. You could not find a nicer fish anywhere. But Big Al was also very, very, very scary. Other fish seemed to have at least one friend. Some had many, but Big Al had none. He did not really blame the other fish. How could he expect little fish to trust such a big fish with eyes and skin and teeth like his? So Big Al was lonely and cried big salty tears into the big salty sea. But Big Al really wanted friends, so he worked at it. First he tried wrapping himself up with seaweed. He thought it was a great disguise, but no one else did. Who wants to stop and talk to a floating plant? I agree. I wouldn't want to. That has sharp big teeth even. Oof. Looks weird. Then he thought he would puff himself up round like the other fish. They would laugh and see how clever and silly he could be. All they saw was a big fish, and they steered very, very clear. Very big. Yikes. Very early one morning, Big Al went down to the bottom and flopped and wiggled himself into the sand until he was almost covered up. He looked much smaller when other fish came near. Big Al talked and joked with them and had a delightful time. Then one scratchy little grain of salt got stuck in his gills and he sneezed when the clouds of sand cleared away. All the other fish had gone. Goodbye. Big Al even changed his color one day so he could look like he belonged to a school of tiny fish passing by. He bubbled along with them for a while, laughing and feeling like he was just one of the crowd. But he was so big and clumsy that when all the tiny fish darted to the left and then quickly back to the right, Big Al just plowed straight ahead. He went bumping and thumping right into the little fish. Before even he could say, "Excuse me," they were gone, and he was all alone again. Sad, 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 sadder than ever. Just when Big Al was starting to be sure that he could never have a single friend, something happened. He was floating along sadly, watching some of the smaller fish and wishing they would come closer. As he watched, a net drop down silently from above, and then in an instant, they were all caught. Big Al forgot about being lonely, and he forgot all about being as sad. His eyes bulged out bigger and rounder than ever. And with a mighty flip of his tail, he opened his mouth and charged straight at the net. The net was strong, but Big Al was stronger. He ripped right through it, and the little fish rushed out through the hole. Woohoo! But when Big Al tried to turn around and get out, dun 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 dun, he got all tangled up in the net. He was stuck. The net went higher and higher and higher toward the bright surface of the sea, and the little fish watched Big Al as he disappeared above them. When the little fish were able to speak again, all they talked about was the huge, wonderful fish that had saved them. How great to be free! What a shame that big fellow had to be captured. Da-da-da-da! Just then there was a tremendous crashing splash above them, and the small fish dashed away. Was it the net again? Not at all. It was Big Al. Those fishermen took one look at him and threw him right back into the ocean. Ha ha! Yay, Big Al's back. Big Al's back, and he's better than before. Woo woo! And now there is one huge, puffy, scary, fence-looking, fierce-looking fish in the sea who has more friends than anyone else, and his name is Big Al. Pretty cool, right? Thanks for joining me. Have a good day.